Pinoyliga Collegiate and I'm from ENDERUN colleges. I first started playing basketball siguro mga 4 years old and I fell in love with basketball kasi yung papa ko po ay basketball player and sama ako sa kanya palagi sa kahit anong laro niya, kahit timeout man, magsushoot ako sa court kahit timeout lang ng game nila. So parang doon talaga nahulog na love ko talaga yung basketball. Bilang lalaki rin sa pamilya, parang doon talaga ako na-hook na parang na-idolize ko talaga yung tatay ko na gustong-gusto ko rin maglaro ng basketball. First, sinabi niyo, fun lang pero nung nag-grade 11 po ako is nakuha po ako ni Coach Jess. Shoutout po kay Coach Jess. And kinuha niya po ako sa Ateneo de Davao and blessing po yun kasi yung old school ko po is nabenta and so yun, nag-try out ako ng iba't ibang school sa Davao and eventually nakuha niya ako and nag-start na siya seriously nung lagi lang nag-grind and yung resulta is panalo, champion and after nung palaro champion namin parang doon na talaga naging seryoso na yung basketball para sa akin. Yung first po is hindi ko po alam saan ako na college pupunta and yun na in-advise po ako at niremind ako ng coaches palagi na mag-work hard ako para once na matapos na yung playing years ko doon is may college ako na maganda and dito nagland ako sa ENDERUN and so far napaka maganda naman siya ng school and yung environment, yung mga kasama ko is mabubuti naman rin at least na parang may guide rin po ako dito sa college career. I think iba talaga yung high school play style and college play style and I think na since wala pa talaga akong experience sa college, I'm ready to take on kung anong challenges man na meron and yun, I'm gonna use it as motivation na na kahit from high school ako na fresh grad dito sa college, I'm gonna work hard talaga para makipagsabayan dito. Una-una is yung pamilya ko kasi this is all for my family po, for the future na at least nakapag-school ako ng maganda and like also for myself kasi dream ko po na makapag-abot ng professional level ganun and everyday namomotivate ako kasi iniisip ko palagi na kulang pa kasi hindi ako kontento kung saan ako ngayon kasi I believe na everyday we can improve kahit 1% lang. To my future self, always stay humble and always put God first in your heart and never forget where you came from. Yun lang po.
Hi po, ako nga po pala si Mark.
three-point shot for Peñafiel. Boom!
Too big, too strong, too good. Out for another three-pointer. Butter!
Not in my house.
Good morning, rise and shine mga kaliga. Welcome to another exciting Saturday of basketball action here in Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5. We got 3 huge games lined up today as we are getting closer to finding out who will be the Season 5 kingpins of the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. Mabuhay Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao at buong mundo. My name is Kiko Maligdem. Kasama natin si Justin Alfonso as we will be bringing you action-packed Saturday action here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. And Justin, playoff time.
It's playoff time. Good morning, Kiko. Glad to be working with you always. So it's going to be a fun time. Both of these teams just win or go home.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look at the schedules for today, umpisahan natin yung climb to the top, yung bracket natin. We do have 4 conferences at yung finalist per conference, napuno na yung 3 out of 4. Ngayon, malalaman natin this weekend sino ba yung kukumpleto sa lahat ng finals ng conference. So we are still waiting for 5 teams to complete the conference finals. And ladies and gentlemen, like what we said, we have 3 games in store for you today as we take a look at the schedule, starting off with San Pablo and Umak, Perpetual and Guangming. And lastly, ang ating main game for the Collegiate Cup, it's Sinclair versus MCU Supremos. Justin, napakaganda ng ating games for today.
Of course, when it's win or go home, every team's always going to play their best. They're going to try to execute at the highest level. So let's see how both of these teams, or all 6 teams here today, will try to execute and get this win and move on.
As we focus our attention to our first game, the San Pablo College Ravens going up against the University of Makati Herons. As we take a look at the previous games of both squads, starting with San Pablo, what happened here?
You can tell here San Pablo didn't really have the best game. They were down in the rebounding category. They had 3 lesser steals than New Era, and the 3-point shooting, 3 out of 11 compared to the 1 out of 17 for NEU. That's the only positive thing they see here in the stat line. So coming into this game, you would want to shoot better from the outside, and you'd also want to get control of those boards.
As we take a look at the top performers per squad, ito yung mga sinasabi natin go-to guys, mga dapat natin tignan. Of course, para sa San Pablo Ravens, we have Andre Mirabel finishing with 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And of course, si Lance Miranda, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Talk about these 2 players nito, Justin.
Yeah, of course, the San Pablo squad, especially those 2 guys, will run and go every chance they get. These guys are highly skilled. One thing about them, they all have high motor, and that's what you look for in players that will lead your team. Guys that are always in shape, guys that are willing to play 94 feet of the court practically all game long as well, especially in a do or die game like this. You would want those guys to bring that same energy or even higher if they can.
As we take a look kanina, big dance ranking ng San Pablo, they have risen to number 16 overall in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup or Pinoyliga Collegiate Power Rankings. Puntahan naman natin yung kabilang team, ang University of Makati, and they won in their play-in competition against PCU Dolphins.
You know, this game right here showed what University of Makati Heron basketball is like. This is what I know this team to be. This is what I know Coach Noy Pidot wants his squad to play. They shot well from the outside, 10 out of 23. They had 5 more steals in PCU. They didn't control the rebounding, but one thing they did control is the pace of that game. They were running and gunning any chance they get. They were very efficient with it. If they don't have an early action, if they don't have an early attack, they'll go to their system. They're going to trust it. And on the defensive end, they played 94 feet. And that's what you want from a college team, especially when you have a deep bench like the Umak Herons.
And that is one thing that we saw dun sa game na yun, naging full of confidence sila. And of course, for Umak Herons, makikita natin si Enzo Montecastro leading the charge along with Luis Dainla.
You know, Enzo Montecastro is one of the future pros of the Umak Herons. I think he has a complete game. He could dribble the ball, he could attack, he could shoot, he could create. He has a great IQ. He's one of those guys to look out for here for the squad.
As we take a look at Umak Herons, they're the big dance ranking, number 23. At yan yung mga dapat natin bantayan. Ang ganda ng labanan. Will the Umak Herons be able to score an upset? Dahil na-upset na nila yung number 5 seed sa kanilang tournament, sa kanilang bracket, which is the PCU Dolphins. Kaya ngayon, umangat sila sa number 4. Sa previous matchup, the San Pablo Ravens was able to defeat Umak Herons. Walk us through kung ano nangyari dito.
Yeah, in that game, the University of Makati Herons, they were still trying to see how they're going to play with their old veterans not on the team anymore. They have this new lineup. They have a lot of young guards. They were trying to figure it out still. They couldn't really get things going on the offensive end. They were not running and gunning like their previous game. So in this game, San Pablo took care of the boards. They were up by 2. And the three-point shooting for UMAC was just not there at all. 5 out of 23. So this game, if they just play the same way they won against PCU, they should be just fine. And San Pablo here, they need to be careful. They cannot be complacent, knowing that they had a 9-point win against the UMAC Herons. Know and expect that the University of Makati is a completely different team from July 4 till now. So let's see how both of these teams will try to adjust to each other's game plan and how they can adjust to how both of these teams have grown in the last few weeks.
Sinasabi nga nila, pagdating ng playoffs, iba na ang complexion. And this is playoff time. Throw out the stats, throw out the results, dahil iba na ang laro pagdating ng playoffs. Meanwhile, hindi lang playoffs ang ating tinitignan ngayon, basketball, kundi heartthrob bracket, mga kaliga. Sinasabi natin, sino ba? We're down to the final 2, ladies and gentlemen. Isa taga JRU, isa sa taga ENDERUN. Makikita natin, kaya mga kaliga, boto na. Tignan nyo, makikita nyo ang ating mga heartthrob sa ENDERUN at JRU para malaman natin kung sino ang magiging heartthrob bracket here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup presented by Serious Player Only. And of course, mga kaliga, yan yung mga dapat nating babantayan because one team is aiming for perfection. They want to remain perfect in this tournament. Pagdating naman sa kabilang dulo, one team would want to continue their Cinderella run. Sino kaya ang magwawagi, mga kaliga? Because both teams are really raring to go and they want nothing else but to reach that final sa kanilang conference. Makikita natin, mga kaliga, we do have the North Finals, North Conference Finals. Pag-aagawan yan ng St. Clair at MCU. Sa kabila, makakalaban nila ang number 2 na Diliman going up against LPU. Bukas yan, mga kaliga. And then sa South Finals, nakaunang yapak na ang St. Dominic after defeating ang ENDERUN Titans. So mamaya makikita natin sa second game, Perpetual at Guangming pag-aagawan ng isang slot sa South Finals. And then sa East Finals, ang Olfo Phoenix nakapunta na doon. Hihintayin nila kung sino mananalo sa laban na ito. And then later, makikita natin ang Adamson nakapasok na sa West Finals, pag-aagawan ng EAC at ng Binil Blazers ang isa pang ticket sa West Finals. And of course, pagkatapos ng Collegiate Cup, mga kaliga, big dance na. Something that we are really wanting to see, ladies and gentlemen, because the biggest dance starts this August. 32 teams, 31 matches, 1 trophy. Justin, I can't wait for this.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. You know, this is the Pinoyliga Brands national, tournament. It's like the NCAA March Madness here in the Philippines. None other in this country but the big dance. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to see a lot of teams from different places in the nation. We're going to see the top national ranked squads here in the Philippines take on the floor against some of college programs all over the world or all over the country, all the way from the south to the north. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing all the basketball talent that we have here in the nation. And it's fun to see that we have a national ranking. It's fun to say, oh, this squad is number 16 in the nation. This squad is number 32 in the nation. The number 32 team going up against the number 1 team. It's just a lot of fun. I'm used to seeing that in the United States. I grew up watching college basketball there, and seeing it here in the Philippines, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Siyempre, sinasabi nga ni Justin, yung tournament format for that big dance, makikita natin 32 teams going up for that one. And going back on that dito sa Collegiate Cup, bago natin pag-usapan yung Big Dance, syempre nandiyan yung Collegiate Cup, makikita natin na each team played at least 5 games of conference play. And of course, after ng conference play, nagkaroon ng play-in competition. Lahat ng number 4, kinalaban ang number 5 for that fourth seed. At yun ang nangyari for the previous week. And then after noon, kung sino manalo magiging number 4 seed, and that number 4 seed will now meet the number 1 seed, while your number 2 will go to the number 3. And it's knockout competition, Justin, as in matira, matibay.
Yeah, it's all about going to be execution here down the stretch of this playoffs. You know, when it's a winner go home format, it's like the NCAA March Madness. You win, you go home. And, or you win, you move on, you lose, you go home. And practically, you know, for these teams, even if you're a stronger team, if the opposing team has a great night and you have an off day, it's practically over for you. So it's gonna be tough for these top guys to have that kind of pressure and be like, okay, we can't lose to a lower seed team, but we also can't, you know, relax. You know, you relax against a lower seed team, and a lower seed team has a great day, it might be over for you. So it's gonna be fun to see how these guys are gonna play here today.
At syempre makikita natin, once nagkaroon ng mga conference champions, North, South, East, and West, maglalaban sila sa playoffs. It's the North champion going up against the West champion. And then the South champion going up against the West champion. At napaka-interesting dahil knockout games to. And of course, ang mananalo sa Final Four matchup will be meeting sa Collegiate Cup Championship, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, handang-handa na kami dahil we are in for the 3 games action-packed Saturday action. Ladies and gentlemen, one team aiming for perfection and one team would like to continue their Cinderella run. Sino ang magwawagi dito sa Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5 Playoffs Edition? Let's turn it over sa ating venue announcer for the introduction of the starting 5.
Today we begin the first match for today's Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5 here at ENDERUN Titans Court, live on Pinoyliga Cup YouTube channel. It's San Pablo Colleges versus University of Makati. Let's meet the starters for San Pablo Colleges Ravens. At guard number 7, Mark Piana. Playing center number 0, Samuel Alponsus. To guard number 29, Lance Miranda. Forward number 18, Prince Palma. Also at forward number 21, Andre Mirabel. The head coach is Francis Natividad, assisted by Albert Adan and Jerome Lierin.
Back 75-66. And the first crack at the basket will go to San Pablo. Nandito si Miranda. Miranda gets it to Alfonso. Alfonso takes the shot. Basket is good.
And that's what we're talking about, that mismatch nightmare for so I'm sure San Pablo will always try to go to him here in the offensive end.
As Monte Castro, muntika maagawan. And now here comes Baruelo. Baruelo. A lot of movement going on. Monte Castro, he has it. Thinking three, decides to pass to Aki. Balinya, he drives. Aki stops, takes the shot. Mintes, rebound by Alphonsus. Here comes Piana. Binigay ngayon kay Mirabel. Mirabel having a great tournament so far. Mirabel back to Alphonsus. Sam takes the shot and one opportunity for Sam Alphonsus.
And that's what we're saying. Back-to-back baskets right away for Samuel Alphonsus. It's going to be a mismatch nightmare. That is the number one word I'm going to be saying all game long if the Umak Herons do not adjust their defensive play against Alphonsus. You know, I think he's lengthy. He has a lot of skill as well. He's a typical FSA that is just in the mid-post all day long. He could be outside, create a move for himself, and get to the basket.
And Alphonsus averaging 11.2 rebounds, 11.2 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 2 steals per game. Malaking bagay itong si Alphonsus. And meanwhile, a three-point shot, ladies and gentlemen, for Tesocan.
A great play there for Tesocan coming out of that down screen to the right side corner.
Meanwhile, ito naman ng San Pablo, they have the basketball. Palma, may tama ng bola. 5-3 is the score. Palma still has the ball. 7 seconds to work on their offense. Naagaw, masyado matagal ang bola kay Palma. And now here comes Aaron with a layup and a tie ball game.
Palma there, let the shot clock go all the way down instead of just making a move. Get your defender on the level of the screen, then use the screen. Better execution there for San Pablo.
Meanwhile, Alphonsus, masyadong na-excite. Turnover for him. And Alphonsus, sabi nga natin, had only 6 points last time around. But he made it up sa defense with 6 block shots.
That Sam Alphonsus is going to be that guy here for San Pablo. But he can't be doing stuff like that where he's trying to force his way to the rim.
It's 5-all, 7:54 remaining. At least 2 minutes of first quarter gone by. Here comes Baruelo, nasa labas. Binigay kay Monte Castro. Monte Castro wants some movement. There's a great play there. They went to Aaron, pero ngayon kay Baruelo. 1 second. Ubusan sila doon. Shot clock violation for the Umak Herons.
And the University of Makati Herons, you like to see that their action and they're trying to run the play through. And you have to notice when the shot clock is going down and when it's time to make a move.
Meanwhile, Piana calling a play. Siya ngayon na magtitimon. Siya ang point guard. Let's see. Piana looking for Miranda. Miranda, he hits the three. Boom!
That's a great play coming from San Pablo, coming off another action on the right side of the court. Miranda seeing that his defender overplayed and shot that basketball.
And Miranda, one of the top scorers for the San Pablo Ravens. Hindi pwedeng iwanan to dahil talagang titirang ganito. Balinya meanwhile, Umak with the possession. Here comes Tesocan. What a pass by Tesocan to Baruelo.
Nice by Tesocan, staying patient and waiting for that play to develop.
Meanwhile, on the other end, nagmintis ang tira ni Palma. Another offensive reload for San Pablo. Here comes Miranda. 8 seconds to work on their offense. Miranda, kumanaan ng tres, nagmintis. And now, here comes Monte Castro all day in the park.
And that's what we talk about in defensive principle, is that when you shoot a shot and you miss, and you're the top guard, you don't try to go get that rebound because there's a chance for a leak out. Right there, Miranda shot that shot. He went all the way inside, and there's a leak out.
Meanwhile, Piana scoring immediately. Jumper by Piana. Ang ganda ng shooting ng mga guards ng San Pablo. Meanwhile, on the other end, what a spin move by Aaron. Basket is good.
So now I talk about defense here for both of these teams. Both of these squads scoring fast and early here in this matchup. So now it's all about adjusting on the defensive end.
Meanwhile, here comes Alfonso's fast-paced basketball action. Wala pang kalahati ng ating first quarter, and both teams have scored a combined, basket is scored there. I was about to say combined 21 points, pero sabihin na natin 23 points combined na. And the University of Makati Herons would like to challenge that decision by the official. Sabi nila, the ball went sa ilalim bago bumaksak sa rim.
Yeah, that's an interesting call here. I really don't actually haven't encountered this in a real life game. The game goes inside the ball from the opposite. So it went under and then it went up, then it went back in. So I'm curious if that actually happened because from this angle, it seemed like it just was a reverse layup.
Yeah.
It had a lot of spin to it. Oh, they're going to count it.
And they're going to count it. So, according to the officials, it was a legit basket there for Sam Alfonso's.
I don't think you can challenge a call like that because the ball was inside already. It wasn't. The foul was a legit foul. It was Alfonso was fouled, and that's the call.
Yeah.
So you can't challenge how the basket went in because the call was a foul, not it was goaltending or any sort of that related to the shot. So
I mean, you could challenge the call, but not the basket. Am I right?
here, there's a replay.
Oh. Oh. Interesting. It did. It did. Based on the replay.
So it's interesting here.
Yeah,
How they're
because
gonna call
Umak is trying to challenge that one. They're trying to plead their case that they saw that it went under the goal before it went down. So, parang hindi dumaan dun sa gilid, sa ilalim mismo. Now, this would be interesting as officials are trying to double check on everything right now, because for UMAC they don't want that end one. I guess they are okay with the foul, but not with the end one opportunity. So officials will now check on this. So let's wait for the official announcement, ladies and gentlemen, because score is 12-11. So officials are talking to both coaches.
As we take a look at that replay right there,
Yeah.
Alphonsus will get it. And then when he goes up, you can see clearly it just goes inside and under. So that shouldn't count.
So it's nullified. So the officials nullify the basket. So that's nullified the basket. And however, there's still a foul on Valinia.
Yeah, and Alphonsus will be shooting these free throws. And great call by the referees, being able to correct themselves and making that right call. I think that's what's important with calls like that. You don't just let it go and let it happen. You correct yourselves and you move on with the game.
So 1 out of 2 for Sam Alphonsus on that one. Ties the game at 11 apiece. 5:35 remaining. Baruelo. Hand off to Erum. Erum launches a 3. No good. Rebound by Mirabel. And now here comes Piana. Piana binigay ngayon kay Alphonsus. Alphonsus, he drives. That's a matchup problem.
You have to bump Alphonsus in the mid-range. Don't allow him to get to the rim easily. You got to check him right away.
And right now, 8 of the 13 points of San Pablo have come from Alphonsus. And right now, here comes Palma. Tumatakbo diretso. Balik kay Alphonsus. And this time, sinigurado ni Alphonsus na basket na talaga yun.
Alphonsus is going to have a field day if the Umak Herons don't check him right away. You see here, they just allow him to stride his way to the painted area. The game plan should be, once the ball is going to go on the offensive side of San Pablo, there has to be a defender right away to body up on Alfonso's 94 feet. You gotta bump him right away. You gotta check him right away. You gotta keep him outside the shaded area. If he's gonna go to the shaded area, make it hard for him. Make it hard for him to get position and try to mitigate him by always trying to be physical and checking him right away.
So parang mangyayari dyan, box and one no? Yung for the defensive. Pero ang hirap kasi dyan for San Pablo or for Umak, ano pag fast break, tumatakbo din kasi itong si Alfonso. And meanwhile, a tap. Here comes a steal. Oh, what a pass. Palma missing on that one. Binaby niya ang kanyang tira. Here comes Valinya. Valinya up against Mirabel. Let's see. Oh. Tumagal. Sabi nga nila in Filipino basketball terms, ng itlog sa gitna.
You know, those are the problems for some big men. You know, they camp in the paint for way too long. And Sean Tesokan should have shot that shot already. He was wide open, but it's going the other way.
4:15 remaining. Here comes Mirabel. Mirabel gets it to Sarno. Sarno gets a pick from Mirabel. Balik kay Mirabel ang bola. Mirabel can hit it from there, pero hindi niya tinira. Here comes Piana. 5 seconds. Piana crosses over. Piana, his pass. Oh! Naubusan ng oras. Good play, however, naubusan ng oras.
Great defense from the Umak Herons there. They blitzed that first pick and roll, forced the passer to go to the left side. Miranda was forced to drive. They cut off his angle. Even the hesitation didn't work. Nice job there by Umak as well, clogging the paint, making it hard for an inside pass.
16-11 at isa na namang steal. And right now, Piana scoring on that one. And Justin, parang hirap ang Umak to bring down the ladder.
Yeah, they're taking their time way too much on the front court.
So let's see. Ito naman si Valinya. Valinya drives. Valinya stops. He gets it. Tesoka 3. Oh, yes, sir. Tesoka with the 3 points.
Yeah, that should be the game plan there. Paint touch, get inside, draw some defenders, kick out for an outside shot.
3:17 remaining. Piana has it. Piana, nagdadala ng bola. O, spin. Binigay ngayon kay Miranda. Miranda, back to Mirabel. Mirabel, yes, sir.
And that's great reads right there from San Pablo. Nice cut by Mirabel. And one thing that Umak didn't do there is check from the weak side of the roller.
And Mirabel scored 13 points and 7 rebounds in their previous game against each other. So he's one of those players to watch out for in this game. Meanwhile, ang mintis naman doon si Tesokan. 2:42 remaining, 2014. Uh-oh, the walking mismatch there.
Yeah, like in that possession right there, Mena should have checked Alfonso's way before. He was just camped in the paint and let Alfonso stride his way to the rim.
Meanwhile, ito low post. Jimena blocked. Pero he recovered that one. 12 seconds to shoot. Here comes Erum. Binabantayan ni Miranda. Erum wants some space. 8 seconds. Erum low post. Takes the shot. Nagmintis. And look at Alfonso's grab that ball. Binigay ngayon kay Piana. 2:06 remaining. Piana crossing the timeline. Piana looking for a teammate. Piana decides to pass to Mirabel. Ngayon, kay Alfonso's. Alfonso's takes a shot. Oh my goodness. Alfonso's hot, hot, hot.
Yeah, Sam Alfonso's. That's a tough shot. Right there, you can't say anything about the defense because Jimena, he walled up, had his hand up. Alfonso's lost the ball for a quick second. It was just good defense, but just better offense from Alfonso's.
Meanwhile, ito si Valinya. 12 seconds to shoot. Binigay kay Santos. Fan. 3. No good. And ball will go to San Pablo. It appears right now yung Umak parang tentative sa offense nila no?
Yeah, they can't make baskets right now the way they used to last game against PCU. In this action, in this previous play for the University of Makati, it was a pin down screen for a shooter to come out. Van Santos was open. It was a good look, just couldn't get it to go. So they just got to go to more of those actions there. And on the defensive end, they just have to find a way to check Alfonso's early.
Meanwhile, it's a 10-point lead. Na kay Mirabel ang bola. Mirabel, he drives and there is a foul called on Aki there. At Mirabel, aside from scoring 13 points and grabbing 7 boards sa last game, sa previous matchup with Umak, Yung last game naman ni Marabel, kung saan naging best player siya, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block for this young man. One of the underrated players for Coach Francis Natividad.
Yeah, you know, you like players that could really fill up the stat sheet in games like this.
Meanwhile, 14 seconds in the shot clock. Here comes Miranda. Floater. Oh my.
We like that from Miranda. You know, you don't want to force your way all the way inside when there's defenders in there and the lane is clogged up. You just pulled up for a nice teardrop.
It's now a 12-point lead para sa San Pablo Ravens. Trying to prove that yung 5-0 start nila is no fluke. As we take a look, a drive. And right now, I believe that itong San Pablo Ravens is the only undefeated team here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5. And what a great start para sa mga bata ni Coach Francis Natividad. 41.48 seconds. Laxarum is in for Umak. And of course, he's not yet 100%, pero nilalaro na niya ngayon, trying to get, you know, the feel of the game. As we see, Laxarum press! No good. Rebound by Sarno. Tumatakbo ngayon ang mga nakaputi. In which are the San Pablo Ravens. Sarno, tres! No good. Rebound. Here comes Taylor. Taylor naghintay ng mga kampe. 15 seconds. Binigay kay Santos. Santos, probably the last shot. Depends on this offensive set. Jimena, corner, no good. Miss. Laxarum has it. 2 seconds. Laxarum fade away. Not Vintes. And ladies and gentlemen, after 10 minutes of basketball action, it's 26-14 in favor of San Pablo Ravens. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, para sa second period action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 26-14, and a big number here to focus on is Sam Alfonso's 15 points in the first quarter, outscoring the entire Umak Herons, Justin.
Yeah, you know, that's going to be a mismatch nightmare. I think that's the number 1 word here for Mr. Samuel Alfonso. You know, the University of Makati needs to find a way to try to slow him down. You know, I don't think they can completely stop him, but slow him down, make it hard for him, make him work for everything that he gets.
26-14 remain, or 26-14 is the score, ladies and gentlemen. And what should the San Pablo do right now? I know they're up by 12 points, pero ano pa yung kailangan nilang improve?
I think it's just on the defensive end, making sure that you keep the Umak Herons at what they're doing. You know, create chaos, make it hard for them to get into their place. For example, here, shade the point guard, make it late for them to get into their action, and just defensively continuing to do what they do, making it hard for Umak to get an easy basket.
Tignan natin yun, no? Ang opensa, Santos makes a shot, and that is much needed there para sa Umak. And His first 2 points in the second quarter came from Umak. Tingnan natin ang opensa ngayon. Endenga is in the game. And tingnan natin kung magiging matchup problem din itong si Endenga for San Pablo. Let's see. Oh, what a... It's just that parang in-erase ni Solasco yung kanyang bantay.
Yeah, great patience from Salasco there in the mid-post, taking one dribble, one bump, then goes up with it as soon as he saw that the defender wasn't in play anymore.
Meanwhile, 9:05 remaining, almost a minute gone by in this second quarter. Low post si Jimena against Endenga. Jimena takes a shot, no good. Kalawit rebound ni Sarno. Binigay niya ngayon ang bola. Tignan natin, tumatakbo ngayon. Solasco, isa pa daw!
You know, that's one thing the Umak Herons here is doing a terrible job with is transition defense. No one's checking the guy with the basketball in transition. So that allows San Pablo to just ease their way to the rim every time.
Makikita nga natin, no? Bumalik nga sa bench si Mirabel, ang pumalit si Solasco. And another problem for Umak. Tignan natin if they will be able to wake up right now. Pero ito, libreng-libre for the three. No good. Rebound by Umak. They have the basketball right now. Laksarum nagdadala ng bola. Laksarum is dialing a friend. Tignan natin kung makakita siya ng best friend. Nakita niya si Jimena pero nagmintes. Jimena couldn't deliver at the time. 8:02 remaining. Oh, what a pass. And there is a foul. Nawala ang bola kay Patrick Ko.
Yeah, you know, you see San Pablo and how they're playing It's very opposite, 180 degrees of what Umak is doing. San Pablo, they're attacking with intention. They're attacking, and if nothing is there, they swing it opposite. They get into their sets. And one thing that San Pablo is doing as well is they know no one's checking them on transition. The transition defense of Umak is non-existent right now. So push lang siya na ng push. Hindi sila natatakot. They go to the rim. If nothing is there, they kick it out. They swing opposite. They get to the paint. Then they kick out. They shoot a three. So, the defensive play is it's shown. And then on the defensive end now, San Pablo, they're picking up full court, all 94 feet. So Umak here needs to find something early and quick here if they don't want to be too deep into a big lead.
So right now kasi yung confidence ng San Pablo is at all-time high. And 32-16 ang score. 7:41 remaining, and there's a foul. First foul on Solasco. Tingnan natin, and the offense in right now, si Coach Pido is trying to find the perfect combination for his team.
Yeah, they're trying to find a spark off the bench here offensively. Hopefully this is it.
At nagmintes pa rin si Laksarum. Laksarum, sabi nga natin, we have said in the previous games, nakakagaling lang sa injury ni Laksarum, and this is not the Laksarum that we are used to seeing nung Next Man Cup.
Yeah, Yano is a sharp shooter in the Next Man Cup. He was on fire practically every single game. So, coming off injury, it takes time to get your footing back. It takes time to get your rhythm back, and we all hope Yano can get back to that Laksarum that we know from Next Man Cup.
Yes, definitely. And limited minutes pa lang naman, and he has only played 2 games so far. 3, including this one. And he has not yet scored in this tournament. So talagang nangangapa pa si Yano on this one. But hopefully he'll get his footing right dahil kailangan siya ng Umak in the long run. It's now a 16-point lead. At merong hawak si Patrick Ko there as the officials. Nangyari yung insidente sa harap ng officials.
When you're physical in front of the refs, they're going to call it. So, got to find a place where the referees have a blind spot if they're going to do that.
And Rodriguez, Chauncey, he gets it kay Dainla. Naghahanap ng papasahan. Oh, binigay kay Rodriguez. Pero yung pasa ni Rodriguez kay Jimena, natapik. And Rodriguez is trying to add Jimena as his friend. Pero, sabi ni Jimena, hindi pa daw niya i-confirm.
Decline muna.
Decline muna. At meron foul ulit. And right now, parang yung, like what you said, I agree with your observation, Justin. Parang ang San Pablo ngayon has confidence on defense. They can experiment, lalo na lamang sila ng malaki. And kita mo ngayon, nakatatlong fouls na agad sila.
Yeah, you know, and now it's all about not getting into early penalty situation here. Still more than halfway left to go here in this first half. Sorry, so let's see if they can adjust now to the call and play defense without fouling, and they do.
Here comes Santos. Santos, a floater there. Ooh, they needed that one. 4 points para kay Santos.
I like Van Santos' game. He's not forcing his way to the paint and trying to pull up easily
Ooh.
so that he doesn't get fouled or blocked.
Wow, what a block there by Chauncey Rodriguez. Parang sabi ni Chauncey, not with me here inside. Let's see the offense of, knockout offense on that one.
And that's what we're talking about, you know, the University of Makati executing well. I mean, just off that inbound play, that was not off a timeout. It was a cold call from the coaches. They executed to perfection. Great job by the inbounder reading where the open man is going to be, because there's options in inbounds plays. When you practice it, the first thing you do is you go to the first option, the second option, the third option, the fourth option. And for you to recognize in-game in a real-life situation, and for you to be able to read where that open man is going to go, great job by the inbounder.
Ito yung mga countless hours of practices, no? Yung mga resulta. And kung si Van Santos ang leading scorer ng UMAC sa second quarter, scoring all of the points of UMAC, ang San Pablo naman, si Solasco, he has scored 7 of the 9 points by San Pablo in this second quarter. At na-frustrate si Coach Pido sa play na yun kasi sayang, babasket na sana. And now it's 35-18, 17-point lead. Look at this. Solasco, great footwork.
Wow. Oh my goodness. One bump, spin, fake into a step through. I mean, what a beautiful move from Solasco.
Parang iniisip ko na lang sana nabigyan pa ng 2 inches tong si Solasco, no? Laking bagay na yun. Pero ito, basket is good. Aki's first 2 points in this quarter. And actually, that was Aki Valina's first 2 points in the game.
Wow. You know, you can see here, San Pablo right away after that layup of Valina, they went back the other way right away, and good thing there was a defender to be able to check that, you know, leak out. But, you know, UMAC can't allow easy leak outs like that. Have to get back on defense. They have to recognize that San Pablo loves to run.
And right now, UMAC, ito yung kailangan nilang gawin, yung consistency. Kasi yung iba yung laro na nakita natin sa PCU, no? Compared to this one. Let's see. Solasco, low post. Solasco, double team. Binigay kay Piana. Piana, basket, good.
I like Mark Piana. He doesn't force the game. You know, he's very calm and just easy going on the floor. He lets the game come to him.
Monte Castro, he drives. What a move by Enzo. It's 39-22, halfway through this second quarter. 17 pa rin ang kalamangan. Piana, naghanap ng papasan, binigay kay Mirabel. Mirabel missing on that one. Ay, yung parang nag-pull off the chair, no? Yung kay Enzo on that one. No? Magugulangan sana. And there's a jump ball right now, ladies and gentlemen. As jump ball will go sa San Pablo pa rin.
Wow, there was no call there by the officials when the ball went out of bounds. And then when the flop happened, they called a warning on the flop. So interesting action there in those last few seconds.
So let's see. 4:39 remaining, 39-22. 3-point shot, air ball. Hindi na sinalo ni Bigaong kasi out of bounds na rin.
Let's see here, San Pablo playing 94 feet still here against the Umak Herons.
Parang talagang yung San Pablo loaded ng guards, no? Masisipag yung guards nila ngayon, And look at this, Buhay challenging almost the entire San Pablo sa rebounds. Nasaan yung mga kakampi ni Buhay there?
You know, Buhay is going to be a huge key here for the Umak Herons. When you look at him, He's the tallest guy on the floor, but now Samuel Alphonsus is in the game, so Buhay has his hands full going up against Samuel Alphonsus.
So let's see, Monte Castro will do the inbound. Monte Castro, binigay kay Laxarom, and now, Valinia. Ooh, what a move!
Yeah, Aki Valina is a very crafty 2-3 guard. You know, he has a lot of size to him. He has a lot of skill. He has a lot of physicality. So let's see here how he can continue to affect the game.
4:03 remaining, Piana. Looking for a teammate. Pop out si Miranda. Miranda, uh-oh. He's deadly there, but he missed that shot. Laxarom with the board. Laxarom tumatakbo. Laxarom, will he go all the way? Oh, he decides to pass. And good decision there.
Great job by Yano, just getting to the paint, staying calm and composed, and at the last minute dishing it out. I mean, that's what you like to see from your guards.
39-26, 3:36 remaining. Bigaong. So Alfonso is asking for it. He hasn't scored dahil pinagpahinga siya after a good first quarter. Bigaong, his pass. Ooh, nakuha pa ni Alfonso. Broken play. Great play there for San Pablo.
Wow, I mean, it was a good read from Bigaong going to the roller when it was a blitz on that pick and roll read, but the pass wasn't there, but great job by Alphonsus recovering and staying unselfish.
41-26. Wow.
And that's a huge mistake if you're a guard. When you're trying to be the pressure release, you don't pressure release to almost half court line and the sideline. You know, you want to pressure release. You want to go to an area where you're comfortable and you're able to make a move and you have space. So let's see here if Umak can adjust to that.
Piana with the basketball. 10 seconds. Pick given. Low post. Mirabel. Easy para kay Mirabel.
You know, great read there coming from Piana. Knowing that there's going to be a mismatch after the switch, he stayed calm. He waited for Mirabel to gain position down low. And as soon as he did, he fed him right away. I think that's just very good basketball coming from San Pablo.
And yung first quarter, itong si Alfonso ang nagbida. Dito sa second quarter, yung dalawang front court nila si Mirabel and Solasco. It's 43-26 or make that 44-26. 2:50 remaining mga kaliga. Babalik tayo pagkatapos ng ilang saglit. And ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at that extreme defensive play brought to you by Extra Melly Sweets featuring Piana ng San Pablo Ravens, Mark Clarence Piana. What a great steal there, resulting to a basket. It's now 44-26. Tingnan natin as Umak is coming off a timeout. Luis Dainla. Binigay ngayon kay Yano, Laxaro. Low post. Oh, what a spin by Aki. Oh, block from behind si Buhay. Rebound by Alphonsus. Here comes Mark Clarence. Oh, what a pass. I wasn't expecting that one.
Sus, he's just been striding his way to every time. He's running back from defense. No one's checking him. No one's trying to check him early. So Umak needs to adjust here soon.
Meanwhile, Liano, jumper. Finally, a basket for Yano Laxaro.
That will get things Yano there. Yano has that jump. If you can put for San Pablo to try and stop that guard rotation of Umak.
46-28 as San Pablo on top by 18 points. Palma, binigay. Ooh, shot. Mintes. Rebound, one. And there is a foul called.
You know, both teams are in the lead now. So they gotta be careful here how it's all gonna go down.
1:31 remaining, and despite all all the bangings and playing inside, Alfonso has only committed one foul.
Yeah, it's good to see that from Alfonso. You know that he's not allowing the physical play to get to him, and he retaliates with physicality himself. So, you know, credit to him. I think he knows how it's like to play basketball here in the Philippines now. So he's just staying composed and just continues to play his game.
Meanwhile, Buhay nagmintis. Kyle Buhay missing his first free throw. Yung ulap parang no? Yung laro ng Umak ngayon makulimlim eh. They're trying to find the sunshine.
You know, and they have enough skill and talent to be able to come back from an 18-point lead. It's all about just executing. And on the defensive end, slowing down here with the basketball.
Look at that. Ginagamitan ni Alfonsus ng bilis. And that's the advantage. Ang hirap no? Kasi ang gaslaw ni Alfonsus, matangkad pa.
You know, no one checked him. You know, he gets the ball on the left side, and no one really bodied up on him. He just made one move and went to the rim, and he was able to draw that foul.
1:25 remaining. Sam Alfonsus making the first. This is the hard part. You know, you foul Alfonsus, but he's really good in free throws. So parang nadodouble whammy ka with those fouls eh. Two for two for Sam Alfonsus, a total of 19.
Wow. He's only down by 9 against the Umak Herons.
Oh yeah, 1 on 5.
Yeah.
1:16 remaining. Low post, and there's another foul.
And now, you know, Sam Alfonso needs to be careful. You know, he has 3 fouls. You can't gamble. You can't gamble. Your team needs you. You're dominating. So you need to be careful.
At pinalitan na. Ito yung maganda talaga pag sa isang team. It's ideally, kailangan meron kang at least 2 FSEs.
Yeah, no, and let's see how Endenga can try to, you know, cause the same damage here as Alfonso, because he's also a big body. He's athletic. So let's see here how they can ease his way into the offense here.
The problem kasi kay Endenga parang siya, no? Mas hindi siya ganun ka-flexible in terms of movements. May isa pa. Dahil si Palma pumasok agad. At si Endenga sabi, don't move, don't move. Oh, bawing-bawi ni Baruelo ang kanyang mintes with that free throw. 48-29, 1:03 remaining. Oh, Palma moves. Wow.
Yeah, you know, Umak Herons here just not aggressive on the defensive end in the front court. They have to check the players with the basketball.
Meanwhile, a 3. Ayun, si Yano hitting that 3.
Yeah, you know, Yano now needs to continue to find his offense. He's on fire. He's making some shots. So let's see if Umak can continue to go to him.
And that is the third 3-point shot by Umak. Ang San Pablo, isa pa lang, pero ayun, hindi na.
But then if you exchange baskets, nothing is really going to happen. So you have to play defense if you're the University of Makati.
And there is a foul, ladies and gentlemen. 20 seconds remaining sa laban na ito. And Paul Endenga explaining na hindi naman niya sadya. Hindi daw siya foul. So let's see. And right now, Baruelo will go to the line for the free throws.
No, you also like Baruelo's game. You know, he's a big man, but he could be on the outside, hit some shots. He could take a dribble, get to the rim. He's also a physical guy. So, you know, missed free throws here, though, but he's going to be important here down the stretch for the Herons.
And ayun, nagmintis na So 2 out of 4 para kay Baruelo on this try. 20 seconds na lalabi. Let's see. Will this be the final play of the half? It's a 21-point lead. Miranda has it. Four seconds. Piana. Oh, he missed that one, ladies and gentlemen. He missed that one. And at the end of 20 minutes of basketball, mas tumas pa ang kalamangan ng San Pablo over Umak, Justin.
Yeah, you know, I think UMAC here, their main focus should be on the defensive end. They have to check all the guys running in transition. And on the offensive end, they can't force things. You got to run your plays through. You got to push the pace. You got to find that pacing again, like your game in PCU.
And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5. This is the playoffs. 53-32 lamang ang San Pablo.
My name is TAGUIG and I'm from ENDERUN Colleges. I first started playing basketball siguro mga 4 years old, and I fell in love with basketball kasi yung papa ko po ay basketball player, and sama ako sa kanya palagi sa kahit anong laro niya, kahit timeout man, magsushoot ako sa court kahit timeout lang ng game nila. So parang doon talaga nahulog na love ko talaga yung basketball. Bilang lalaki rin sa pamilya, parang doon talaga ako na-hook na parang na-idolize ko talaga yung tatay ko na gusto ko rin maglaro ng basketball. First, sinabi niyo, fun lang, pero nung nag-grade 11 po ako is nakuha po ako ni Coach Jess. Shoutout po kay Coach Jess. And kinuha niya po ako sa Ateneo de Davao, and blessing po yun kasi yung old school ko po is nabenta. And so yun, nag-try out ako ng iba't ibang school sa Davao, and eventually nakuha niya ako. And nag-start na siya seriously nung lagi lang nag-grind, and yung resulta is panalo, champion. And after nung palaro champion namin, parang doon na talaga naging seryoso na yung basketball para sa akin. Yung first po is hindi ko po alam saan ako na college pupunta, and yun na in-advise po ako at niremind ako ng coaches palagi na mag-work hard ako para once na matapos na yung playing years ko doon is may college ako na maganda. And dito nagland ako sa ENDERUN, and so far napaka maganda naman siya ng school, and yung environment, yung mga kasama ko is mabubuti naman rin. At least na parang may guide rin po ako dito sa college career. I think iba talaga yung high school play style and college play style, and I think na since wala pa talaga akong experience sa college, I'm ready to take on kung anong challenges man na meron, and yun, I'm gonna use it as motivation na na kahit from high school ako na fresh grad, dito sa college, I'm gonna work hard talaga para makipagsabayan dito. Una-una is yung pamilya ko kasi this is all for my family po, for the future na at least nakapag-school ako ng maganda, and like also for myself kasi dream na dream ko po na makapag-abot ng professional level, ganun. And everyday namomotivate ako kasi iniisip ko palagi na kulang pa kasi hindi ako kontento kung saan ako ngayon, kasi I believe na everyday we can improve kahit 1% lang. To my future self, always stay humble and always put God first in your heart, and never forget where you came from. Yun lang po.
Hi po, ako nga po pala si Mark.
I'm Brian Topa.
And after 20 minutes of action, it's 53-32, a 21-point lead by the San Pablo College's Ravens over the University of Makati Herons. As we take a look at the top scores for both squads, we do have Alphonsus with 19, Solasco with 9, Miranda with 8, and then for the Herons, we have Tesocan with 6, Laksarum with 5, and Valinia with 4. And Justin, what happened dun sa first half? Bakit ganito kalaki ang lamang ng Ravens?
And when you're looking at it from University of Makati, 1 out of 6, just getting there 6 times in that first half compared to the time Pablo. Their field goal, 11 out of 23 is the Umak Herons, and 19 out of 28 from San Pablo. So you could see there that the Umak Herons are not as efficient as the San Pablo College Ravens, and taking care of the ball 6 versus the 3 of San Pablo. But the theme of this game so far is there's no stop for Alphonsus. Alphonsus just gets whatever he wants on the offensive end. 2, the transition defense of the UMAC Herons absolutely not present here at the ENDERUN College Titan Gym in the first half. And number 3, San Pablo just moving the ball well, hitting great shots, and pushing the pace, knowing that the transition defense of the Umak Herons is not working at all.
So let's see mga kaliga if babawi ang University of Makati. And as we take a look at the top scorer highlights brought to you by Prime Edge Marketing Consultancy. At makikita natin yung mga galawan ng ating mga bida sa first half from San Pablo Ravens and Umak Herons. Tingnan natin if there will be a chance for Umak to bounce back in this quarter. I'm pretty sure, sabi nga nila, bilog ang bola, anything can happen. But of course, para sa Umak, they have to do a lot of things correctly to be able to come back. As we see Enzo being aggressive.
And that's what he needs to do. If Monte Castro can do that throughout the second half, they should be able to try and cut down some of this lead here.
At wala pang 10 seconds, agad na gumalaw sila. And that is what they needed. At ito, nakaagaw na ang Umak. They have the energy. Aki, he tries. Oh, unselfish basketball. And Laksarum scoring.
And that's the transition play that you want Umak to make on the offensive end. Push the pace, be unselfish, and get the easiest shot possible.
And I think this is the first time I saw in this game na naka-back-to-back basket ang Umak. Miranda, meanwhile, missing on that one. Enzo with the basketball. Binato ang bola kay Laksarum. Laksarum, tres! No good. Tap. Ball will go to... And the officials have decided that it will go back to Umak. 53-36. First quarter, the score was 26-14 for San Pablo. Second quarter, gumawa ng 27 ang San Pablo, 18 lamang ang Umak Herons. Let's see. Miranda thinking three, decides to drive. Binigay! Ooh! Na-i-release pa niya yung bola na yun.
You know, this San Pablo squad, they create chaos, not only on defense, but also on offense. It makes it hard for Umak to really have one single defensive scheme because in that position right there, you would think that they will launch that three from Miranda on the right side, but he doesn't. He decides to drive right side towards the baseline, and as soon as that's going on, Mirabel then dives from the top of the key to the paint. So, just great off-ball action after a attack. This is good basketball coming from SPC.
55-36. San Pablo on top by 19 points. Balinya, nagmamadali, binigay kay Baruelo. Balinya, and one, no. At yung mga tendency ng mga players ngayon, gusto daw makita agad yung replay. Pero not all the time you could challenge a call.
And, a great job there by Valinia going up with it. But he has to finish those layups. He was there. He was able to get the flyby from Miranda. And, those are the opportunities you don't want to miss when you're trying to come back from a double-digit lead.
So let's see. As Valinia couldn't make the first one. Second one is good for Valinia. Aki currently has 5 points. Meanwhile.
Wow.
Solasco.
Wow. Lasco. What a strong take. Being able to take the contact and still go up with it.
Meanwhile, Monte Castro binigay kay Baruelo. Big handoff there. Pero nawala. Pero what a recovery there. Basket is good.
Now they got to get on defense here. You got to check the ball handler. Great job here by Laksarum doing just that.
57-39, 7:50 remaining. 2 minutes have gone by in this second or third quarter. Piana, 7 seconds. Tumira ng tres. Boom!
Wow, I mean, what a read there from Piana. The defender did not check him. There was a lot of space for him to get that shot, and he shoots it with confidence.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Aki Balinya being active right now. 3 points in this quarter. Tingnan natin. Oh, great block there, pero nakasalo naman si Mirabel.
You know, UMAC is ball watching. They're not going after the ball. They're watching what's going to happen, and that's something you don't want on a defensive end.
Meanwhile, on the other end, nagmintis sa 62-41, 21-point lead ulit. So let's see, ladies and gentlemen. 7:02, 62-41. It seems na parang bumalik ulit tayo sa square one. It's a 21-point lead. In parang the start of UMAC in the third quarter was a pretty good side. Pero parang biglang nawala agad yung nakatira ng tres.
You know, I think UMAC starts on a defensive end. They just keep exchanging baskets with San Pablo. And, you know, if they're not going to start getting top, it'll be hard to come back in this game.
Meanwhile, Chauncey nagmintis on that one. Hindi mali ang asinta ni Chauncey. Ito, tumatakbo si Miranda. Oh, traveling on that one.
You know, great defense there from UMAC. Every single time San Pablo tried to make a play to go inside, they just walled up, put their hands up. So that's what they need more here on the defensive end.
6:25 remaining. Lara has it. Ito yung pinag-usapan natin halftime, no? Nakita na rin natin maglaro si Lara. Lara, he drives, shot, and gets fouled.
You know, great job there by Lara, but I think it took too much time. The clock trying to use the screen, and then he was in a very awkward by the top of the floor by the half-court line and the sideline. So, you know, great thing he was able to get to the rim, but better spacing and better court awareness for the University of Makati if they're going to be a threat.
So let's see, ladies and gentlemen, as Lara scores his first point sa free throw. He has a total of 3. Lara, second one, it's good. 4 points already for Lara, all in the second half. 62-43. 6:02 remaining. Piana, dribbling exhibition. Piana, jumper. It's a warning there. Officials calling a flopping there, faking a foul there. Oh, great movement. Pero nagmintis si Enzo on that one. Tumatakbo ngayon. Here comes Miranda. Miranda against Lara. Miranda. Ooh, 15-footer.
I mean, Lance Miranda, so crafty. He probably lost control of the ball a little bit there, but he was able to regain it. Find his spot by the mid-range, not forcing his way to the paint.
Win or go home, ladies and gentlemen, here. Ayaw pa umuwi ng UMAC as Chauncey Rodriguez making his first basket in the game.
Yeah, Rodriguez was able to get to the rim there because the opposite side help on the left side from the San Pablo College Ravens did not hop over. That's Solasco. You know, Solasco, as soon as he sees Rodriguez drive, he should be able to jump into that lane, clog the lane, make it harder for Rodriguez to finish. But he just watched, let Rodriguez get to the rim, but good thing he missed that free throw.
64-45. Oh, a drive. Dapat diniretso na ni Miranda on that one. Let's see, 64-45. A turnover na naman. Here comes Piana. Piana, he drives. Binigay kay Miranda. Miranda, layup. Masyadong malakas. Rebound right now by Dainla. Dainla's pass. And yun yung pagkakaiba from what I saw, yung transition defense ng San Pablo.
So you see that right away. UMAC, you can tell that they're trying to push the pace. They're trying to go to the lookout guys. But San Pablo, they're in the passing lanes. They're sprinting back on defense. They're getting in front of the leakers. So, you know, great transition defense from San Pablo.
Dainla nagmintes on that one. Rebound ni Piana. Piana with the leather. Gets it to Solasco. Solasco will do the post up. He thinks he has the advantage. Offensive foul. Nadoon yung hook. .418 remaining, mga kaliga. Number 1 seed, San Pablo Ravens. Number 4 seed, Umak Herons for this conference championship. or playoffs rather.
You like that move from Laksarum. Uses this pick and roll action. Big doesn't go to him. Defender was late. One-on-one. Takes a step back mid-range J. It was nothing but a net.
At look at the defense of Umak coming to life in this quarter.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense you want from Umak if they're going to come back into this game. They were able to pressure up without fouling. They doubled as soon as the guard did not had a nice look, so they were able to cause that backcourt violation. But Alphonsus is back in the game now.
So tingnan natin, Alphonsus scoring 19 points. At kung magpatuloy ang magandang performance ng San Pablo in the second half, hindi malayo maging best player na naman to. At may interview mo yan. Oo. Maano mo yan. Ma-challenge yung ano natin. Meanwhile, a three. Boom!
Wow, what a shot from Luis Dela there. Now it's all about defense. They're only down by 14 here. They got to get a couple stops.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Alphonsus. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, right away affects the game. Pull up mid-range J, doesn't force himself into the rim. So now, let's see if Umak can respond. They're only down by 14.
Meanwhile, ito si Chauncey Rodriguez. Naghanap ng papasa, binigay kay Luis. Luis gets it to Eru. Eru, 5 seconds. Baruelo hits the three. No good. Rebound by Piana. And look at the transition. Look at the fast-paced action. Pero na-turnover. Si Sam hindi siya makapaniwala. Sayang ang opportunity.
Yeah, nice try there by Samuel Alphonsus, taking one dribble, using the rim to protect himself, going the other way. So,
as we take a look at a long-range shot brought to you by LGR. Swak sa tres. Si Mark Clarence Piana. 66-50. Don't look now. It's just a 16-point lead. And a foul on Bigao. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the playoff match for this game. Sino ang magwawagi? As Baruelo is in the 15-foot line. Baruelo averaging 6 points per game along with 2.83 rebounds. This is something that Baruelo should work on, his free throws. Ayan. Joshua Baruelo scoring on that one.
and there it is, you know, you don't want to do that if you're University of Makati. You have to be careful. You're down. You don't want to give up fouls here. You play defense without grabbing, without being physical. Just shade them. Make them go right. Cut off the angle. Make them go left. Make it a little bit hard for them to get up the court and not foul like that. That's back-to-back fouls doing the same thing.
At lalong palapit kayo sa penalty. You know, you should avoid going into the penalty kasi free throws yan, automatic. And ladies and gentlemen, it's the tournament favorites against the team with nothing to lose. The stakes couldn't be higher. The winner moves on and the loser goes home. Tingnan natin, Asko. Yung pasa niya na agaw ni Luis. Tumatakbo si Luis. Basket is good.
You know, San Pablo needs to be careful here. Umak loves to get momentum and really likes to ride that.
Here comes Izarza, not Mintes. They have to be very careful. And right now, yung mga key players nila are down or are on the bench. Si Alphonsus lang ang nadyan. And look at that. A miss. A miss by Baruelo.
You know, these missed opportunities for Umak, they could be big. You know, they could have went to the 11-point margin here, but they decide to foul once again. I just don't get it. When you cause 2 fouls right away because of physicality and how the refs are calling it, you adjust right away. You don't create more fouls and create more lackluster opportunities for your squad.
Now the Ravens have nothing but nothing short of spectacular this season. You know, they sweep the elimination round. They have a flawless record in every challenge they face. They've answered it with poise, discipline, and winning basketball. Tignan natin kung magpapatuloy yan. But so far, so good for Patrick Cole.
You know, that's a great play there from San Pablo. You know, that's the thing about UMAC. You know, they get good momentum, but they allow San Pablo to just be comfortable on the offensive end.
Less than a minute remaining, 15-point lead. A drive, a shot, basket is good for Baruelo.
Great job there by UMAC. Him and then dumping down to the open man.
68-55. If you're UMAC, you want to trim it down to single digit. Pero hindi kakayanin pag ganun ang binibigay mo ang open lane para kay Alphonsus.
Alphonsus missed it, but he got his own rebound, goes up again with it.
Meanwhile, here comes Tesokan, binigay kay Baruelo, hand off. De La Tres, no good. Rebound ni Sam. 16 seconds. Will they go for the last shot? Pinabayaan nila si Sam. Oh, mababa ang tira na yun. Here comes Bigaong, a floater. No, 3 seconds. 1.65 seconds remaining, or 68 seconds remaining. Medyo nanggigil, no?
Just one stop here for San Pablo. That's all they need here to end this half. It's still a 15-point lead.
A pass and a steal. And ladies and gentlemen, after 3 quarters, the score is 70-55, a 15-point lead para sa San Pablo Collegiate Ravens here in the playoff competition sa Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 5. Welcome back mga kaliga. Kiko Malikdem, Justin Alfonso, ENDERUN College's home of the Titans. This is the game between the number 1 seed, San Pablo Ravens, kontra University of Makati. For the right, ladies and gentlemen, na makalaban ang I believe is Awful Phoenix for this Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup East Conference Finals. 70-55, fourth quarter, Justin, anong kailangan gawin ngayon?
Yeah, still the same theme here, you know. UMAC needs to pull on the defensive end. They have to really stop Alfonso. He brings to the table on the offensive end. They got to continue to be aggressive and push the pace.
Meanwhile, Chauncey, basket is good for him.
They need more of that. Quick attack. There, find the open teammate, make sure that you finish. And now the defensive end is making sure you string together a couple of stops.
So let's see right now, mga kaliga, if magagawa ng UMAC na makabalik. 9:19 remaining. And munti ka na. Great defense so far. The defense is holding on, ladies and gentlemen. 9:15, 13-point lead. 10 seconds to shoot. Let's see how well San Pablo do in this offensive play. 9-12, 70-57, 13-point lead. 14-second shot clock. San Pablo will do an inbound. Oh, what a great fishing expedition there from Patrico.
Well, Patrico a little bit out of control there, but gladly he got a foul off that attack.
And I believe there will be a warning given to the bench of Umak Herons.
You know, you feel the frustrations of the UMAC coaches because it seems like they can't buy a break on both ends of the court, defensively and offensively, and then you know they're getting called for fouls like that. So, you know, it's hard. It's hard for the UMAC coaches to try to have a positive attitude when your team is underperforming.
Iba talaga no pag collegiate basketball, it's only right that you have to have a great start.
Yeah, like a team against San Pablo where they love to really push the pace.
72-57, 15 ang kalamangan. Here comes Erub, binigay kay Rodriguez. Rodriguez, binabantayan ngayon ni Mirabel. Rodriguez gets it kay Tesocan. 3 seconds. Tesocan, binigay kay Rodriguez. And now, naubusan ng oras si Dela as turnover happens once again para sa UMAC.
Yeah, just no continuity of offense here for the University of Makati. They're attacking with no intention, not knowing why they're attacking and why they're going to try to create for their teammates. They're just driving and hoping there's something there.
Meanwhile, nandito na si Sam Alfonso, nakangiti. Parang gusto niya yung matchup na to. Biglang nagseryoso si Sam. Ooh,
wow.
What a pass!
You don't see a lot of your FSAs create from the three-point line. I mean, he drove to the middle from the three-point line. He attacks, sees the cutter, dumps it down with a one-hand pass. I mean, great basketball coming from Samuel Alfonso.
Nakangiti si Sam Alfonso talaga no? As we see Erum, he drives. Oh my! RJ Erum with a basket there. Meanwhile, ito naman si Sam ulit. May masamang balak. Nakita niya, libre si Ko. Corner, pero malakas. At ayun na naman.
What a shot from Maribel. I mean, he was falling down and fading away. Then he throws it up, hits it off the glass, and it goes in.
And a foul is called, ladies and gentlemen. Foul on number 8. Or 18 rather. That's on Palma. 7:29 remaining, 76-59. Baruelo, 10 seconds to move on their offense. Oh, what a pass. Erum, he drives. Basket is good for RJ. Meanwhile, Butata there. 76-61. And look at Sam Alfonso's bringing the smile brings out the Orlando Jones. Orlando Jones, you know, look-alike there. 7:06, Piana. Binigay, munti ka na makahapak si Palmas sa half court. And now Mirabel, low post against Aki. Mirabel, jumper, masyado malakas. Rebound, a chance to cut into that 15-point. Ooh! Sino pa yan? Ni Alfonsos. Pero ito si Palma. Wisely waits, pero hindi na nakahintay. Diniretso ni Prince Palma.
What a move from Palma. Inside hand reversed layup. The concentration and skill and the spin that you have to put on the ball for that basket to go.
Pero sa ibang coaches, ayaw na nila yun. Delikado yun. 1-on-4 no? Meanwhile, ito si Tesocan. 6 seconds. Tumatagal ang bola ngayon. A jumper by Aaron, no good. And shot clock violation, Justin.
Yeah, great defense from San Pablo. Like we said, UMAC, they attack, but they just hope something's there. You know, they hope that they can get to the rim. They hope that they can kick out somebody. There isn't a lot of intention when the University of Makati decides to get to the paint.
78-61, 6:06 remaining. Fourth quarter. Prince against Tesocan. 6 seconds. Miranda, 3, short. And now here comes Dainla. Luis, binigay kay RJ. RJ, jumper, in and out. And now, Piana wants his team to settle down. Lamang sila ng 17, 5:33. Pero the hustle of Luis scores!
Great defense from Luis Daina there, but sloppy play coming from Piana. You got to take care of the basketball. You're up big here.
Pero ito, Alfonso's babawi!
I mean, what a move. Nice misdirection, pound dribble, then goes to the left side where it was absolutely open into a finish.
80-63. Rodriguez. His pass, miscommunication there, ladies and gentlemen.
Even if, you know, Rodriguez's teammate was able to get to that point, the pass was way too ahead. It was way too strong, no connection there, so UMAC not waking up.
As we see the quality dimes on display brought to you by ENDERUN Colleges. Ang butata there by Prince Palma on Tesocan. Pero speaking of quality dimes, look at that play by Sam Alfonsos. For halfway through, ladies and gentlemen, in the fourth and final quarter. Drive, foul is called.
That's the kind of move you want if you're Aki Valina, you know. Get to the rim, and then one fake, get the defender to go up, then you go into their body. Great way to draw that foul. So now it's all about defense. We've been saying this all game long for University of Makati. Number one, transition defense. Number two, your half-court defense. You know, it seems like San Pablo just gets whatever they want, and here they can't even convert their free throws. So it's going to be a long night if they continue to do what they're doing now, if you're the University of Makati.
And, you know, University of Makati had their chances, pero tuwing they're trying to do some uprising, may nakasagot agad ang San Pablo. 80-64, 16-point lead, 4:50 remaining. Alfonsos. Dito pa lang dapat sinasalubog na nila si Alfonsos. The pressure should be there. Miranda. Five seconds. Oh, Piana should have taken that shot.
Yeah, you know, good defense for University of Makati. As soon as they saw Solasco receive the ball in the mid-post, they quickly doubled, knowing that the clock was already going down. So great defense. Also the pick and roll coverage, great way to blitz, making the point guard to have a hard decision finding a man. So you would see, you know, that's a good stop here for the Makati.
And now, tingnan natin mga kaliga. Matagal pa ang oras, kaya pang umabol. But UMAC must do some effort on offense and defense at the same time. At usually, hindi madali yun. Dainla, tres, nagmintes, tap, nakuha ni Valinia, movement, tap, ball won by Dainla, 9 seconds, Dainla, no good, rebound, Alfonsos now with the ball, naagaw ang bola, Aki, binigay kay Dainla, they have the numbers pero nakababa na agad si Miranda, Baruelo, hand over to Luis, tres, derecho, paso.
That's a big shot. It's down to a 13-point lead. There's still about 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. So all about defense and pushing the pace right here if they want to make a comeback.
12 points for Luis Dainla. 3:28. Miranda, nasa kanya ang bola. Miranda, he drives. And there is a foul call. Third foul on RJ as Lawrence Miranda may not score that much today. Si Miranda, he is averaging 14.6 points per game, pero right now, I believe he has only scored 10 points.
You know, Miranda does a great job, though, pushing the pace for San Pablo. He's one of the guys that continues to run for this squad. Also, I like the way he attacks and creates for his other teammates when his shot's not falling. So he's going to be okay. He's a great player. And let's see how they can finish this game.
And Miranda splits his free throws. 81-67. Oh, what a pass. Pero hindi lumusot ang tira ni RJ sa defense si Alfonso. Tumatakbo Miranda. Oh my.
I mean, what a finish from Miranda. Outstretched hands and floating to the rim. Look at that. Oh my goodness, what a take. I mean, just pure confidence, pure skill from the guard.
And sinasabi natin, Miranda, na hindi pa umaabot sa average. Malapit na. Ito, umabot na. Naka-14 na si Miranda. He's averaging 14.6 points per game. 84-67. Things not going well. 17-point lead. Para sa mga nakaputi. RJ nagmintes. RJ, one more chance, it's good.
Good finish there from RJ Adam, just kissing it off the glass, knowing that Alphonsus is down low. Doesn't force his way inside, knowing that there's a bigger center in the paint.
10 points for RJ, 6 in this fourth and final quarter. 84-69, 15 ang kalamangan ng mga nakaputi. Miranda, Solasco scores.
Wow, I mean, ang gulang maglaro ng Solasco. Just gets Baruelo out the way, gets the rebound and finishes.
86-69, Tres ni Laxaro, no good. Ito naman, Tres, still no good. And there is a foul. And Piana is called for that foul. Hindi makapaniwala si Piana. 1:52 remaining. We are in the last 2 minutes, mga kaliga. Playoff match. The winner will move on to the finals, conference finals ng East Conference para kalabanin ng number 3 seed na Olfo Phoenix. Erum, shot no good. Rebound by Piana. Miranda, binigay kay Palma. Balik kay Miranda. 133. Step back, no? Binigay ngayon kay Mark Clarence. 5 seconds. Mark Clarence, Piana.
Wow. Finishing touches here for San Pablo. They continue to be aggressive. They continue to show why they're up by 19 points. They let the clock go down by running the play, and an opportunity arises, they attack and take advantage of the open spots.
11 points para kay Mark Clarence. Piana. Tinignan ngayon. Let's see. Monte Castro. Drives. Takes a shot. No good. And they will wisely waste that clock. They believe they have the advantage. .45 seconds. Sam, shot out, tres, no good. Here comes Yano, and there's a foul called.
Yano trying to still be aggressive here, trying to push that pace. That's a good sign for them. You know, Yano has been hurt the last few weeks, but now he's here. He played a decent game. This is probably his best game yet here in Season 5.
Tingnan natin mga kaliga. And look at Aki, and there's a foul called. And we'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to our sponsors, Extra Melly Sweets, LGR, Kickstart Coffee, Buffalo Swings and Things, and Yokohama Tires. And of course, www.pinoyliga.com. And Aki Valinia will go to the line for 2 free throws. Aki making the first.
Okay, Valina, one of those other wing guys here for the Umak Herons that could really make things happen. He has a lot of skill. He's physically bigger than a lot of the three-man position. So let's see how he can continue to develop alongside Yaro Laksarum and, of course, Ion Montecastro.
10 points for Aki Valinia. Malaking bagay talaga yung strong start ng San Pablo, which was the reason why they won this game. And some misunderstanding there between Piana and Montecastro there. As both coaches have separated their players already. As
Technical foul is called on SBC Rivers, number 7, Mark Piana, during sportsmanlike conduct.
Wow, what a crazy turn of events here.
And based on that replay, I think yung kay Piana, binigay niya yung bola. And Montecastro didn't like that one. Kaya binato niya yung bola. Which is, you know, a no-no for basketball. Yung ibabato mo yung bola sa ulo pa eh, no? And that resulted to ejection of Montecastro.
Those are the things come with the frustrations of losing a game like this. So, you know, hopefully, you know, Ian Montecastro can learn from this moment. And, you know, just not needed in a game that's already decided.
Yeah, nagalo na rin yung frustration eh, no? But of course, they will learn from this. Pero if I was, you know, Piana, binaba na lang sa niya yung bola eh, no?
Yeah.
And then, but of course, the officials will take a review on that one as Piana scoring on that one. You know, we're near the end of the game, and of course, we don't like any situations like that to happen.
Hey, just want to inbound the ball here. Let the clock run out. You don't need any more extracurricular activities here, and just let the game go. Let the buzzer go here.
12.57 seconds remaining, and they will just waste the time. And 4 seconds remaining. As Van Santos ends the game with a basket. And the final score would be 90-73 with San Pablo College Ravens entering the North Finals against the Awful Phoenix. And, you know, Justin, what are your thoughts in this game?
You know, the University of Makati did not come out strong. They didn't play the way they're supposed to. You know, the University of Makati Herons here just didn't play the way we see them as, especially in that PCU game.
And ladies and gentlemen, we will now listen to the school hymn, followed by, the interview with the best player of the game. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back.
LSPC, hail, time for the wisdom, hail, gate from marine, our country's pride, looking for big heads held high, bind us together, like seeking thy wisdom and thy truth, and purity beyond compare. Simply holds dear, for a great one God. See for the powers we all
Cheer to the alma mater, University of Makati. Rejoice, we're here onward marching, be it shine, storm, cloud, or rain. Let all our voices keep ringing for the glory of our alma mater, pride of Makati and our fatherland. Beloved Umak proudly stands. Arise, thy sons and daughters, fill the air with the joy of alma mater. Resound our gladness and tidings, every echo by far and near. If we are here, beloved Umak, faithfully we brace our mind and spirit. We're proud to be at thy command, future builders of this land. Arise, thy sons and daughters, fill the air with the joy of alma mater. Resound our gladness and tidings, every echo by far and near. If we are near, beloved Umak, faithfully we brace our mind and spirit. We're proud to be at thy command, future builders of this land. University of Makati, future builder of this land.
Our best player of the game scored 25 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. Samuel Alponsus.
Welcome back, mga Kaliga. I am joined by the best player of the game, Samuel Alfonso. Sam, you were aggressive, 15 points in the first quarter. What was working early for you in that first quarter?
It's basically just winning. It's just that's the mindset from the onset. Just get the win.
And now you guys are in the North Conference Finals in your conference. You guys are going to have one more win until you go and face another team in the conference. What's the game plan? What's the mindset? And what's the practice plan for all of you guys before that conference finals?
It's basically just keep on doing what we've been doing and just continue doing that. That's it. The mindset has always been winning, so that's what we work towards.
And on a defensive end, you guys are always scrambling, playing 94 feet, and no matter what University of Makati did, you guys stayed with that game plan. How do you guys work on that chemistry and that communication on the floor to make sure on the defensive end you hold the University of Makati offensively?
It's like I said, it's all from like the mindset from like we've been working hard, so I believe everybody won't just basically won't just let your hard work just go to waste like that. So yeah.
Sam, you're the best player of the game. Any shout outs? The camera's yours.
Just a big shout out to family, friends, my coaches, people that believe in me, everybody watching, from everywhere. Thank you so much and keep supporting. Thank you.
Sam, congratulations. Don't go away just yet, mga Kaliga. We still have 2 more games coming your way here on this Saturday afternoon. So we'll be back here on the official YouTube page of the Pinoyliga Cup brand.
A 3-point shot for Peñafiel. Boom!
Too big, too strong, too good.